Hello everyone, my name's Phil Basterfield, Wealth Manager here at AMG Wealth Management, and today I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes looking at the question we often get asked, which is, when is the right time to invest? Now for us as advisors, we would always advocate that the best time to invest is actually whenever you are ready to and can do, because it's always better to be in the marketplace than trying to time it. Now the reason for that is because you might be waiting 12, 24 or even 36 months before you actually find a point where the market might be downturned. So at that point, you've lost nearly a year, 2 years or even 3 years worth of valuable compound interest on your portfolio. So it's always good to be invested in the market and especially in good quality companies. Now, for most investors, they're looking to try and see when that is, and it's really difficult, as I said, to do that. So our fund managers, in our case, are there to look for those opportunities and to do that on our behalf. So considering something as simple as an analogy of a clock, I just want to explain this concept to you. At 12 o'clock, the marketplace is at its peak. So for example, a house value would be 200,000. As the marketplace turns, it's actually only worth 175,000. At the bottom of the market, it's actually worth 150,000. Now, for most rational people at this point, if they were having to sell their house, that's different. But actually, most people would sit on that house investment and would actually probably do some home improvements. Now, home improvements for us isn't actually going around and making the walls a different colour. It's coming to sit down with an advisor to then talk about what they're going to do with their portfolio. So as the marketplace obviously increases and it goes on to the upturn and then back to the peak again, we know essentially we're in a better position to sell, and that's where we want to be. Now for investments, it's no dissimilar. We've got a market peak, a market downturn, the bottom of the market, and then the upturn. Now they don't ring a magic bell to tell us that we're at the bottom of the market, and for us it's not for us to do so. It's actually our fund managers. So for example, an extract that we've got from Luke Chappell, who is our head of UK Equity Fund, our UK General Progressive Fund. He sits down and has done with Simon Wilson, who is the CEO of Next, and he's done that 50 times in the last 20 years. Now, because he knows the due diligence that sits behind the company and the management team that are obviously going to be part of the strategy moving forward, he's able to make a very calculated decision based on his inside knowledge of that company. Now for me, I only really know the outside of the company name, what they are doing, but I don't know whether or not it's actually going to be a good investment. Now because Luke is in there, he knows what the strategy would be heading into a downturn and ultimately out of a downturn. So because of that, he's able to go in and he's actually making good acquisitions for our portfolios on our behalf. So the key thing is to make sure that we trust the people who are going to be doing the work on a day-to-day basis, who have the due diligence on the companies that they are looking to invest into and allowing them to make the decisions as the market drops. For us as investors, it's about sitting tight and just allowing the market to ride back out to the peak. Thanks for watching.